Morning guys, welcome to a new day trading video. So it is basically pre-market. I got an hour until the market opens. Just got back from university probably about 45 minutes ago. Just going to turn my music down a little bit. I'm not too sure, you shouldn't be able to hear it, but just in case you can, we've got some Alan Watts mixtape, chill step mixtape of Alan Watts, a famous philosopher. I listen to Alan Watts on a daily basis, just good to have it in the background. So something weird happened to me yesterday. If you've watched my clip from, I think it was last night, yeah, my last video, I did a, I'll just get the video up just to show you quickly. So basically I did a video and, which is here. So this video here, I watched the video back and I'll kind of just show you what happened. I basically brought 3 shares of Facebook. I just want to show you what happened because I don't know if this should have happened because I don't feel like I did anything wrong. So just watch what happens here. So I'm just going on about having short in the stocks and stuff. And then so you can see on my position there isn't any. So it looked like I went to delete the name, as you can see here, and it put an order in for 3 shares. So you can see here it says 1,000 shares. None of these even have 3 on them, so I don't know what happened. So it was really weird. It took me a while to realise, but I mean it's not an issue. I think I'm down about $3 on the position. I'm gonna wait for it to probably get back up to my price. Then I'll just lose on the commissions. Although Facebook, it's not at a bad price, to be fair. I mean, the previous highs were like 217. I got it in at 162. So I'm going to see what happens when the bell goes. If it drops quite a lot, maybe, I'll try and manage the risk. But I've only got 400 and something dollars in there. So it's not like it's a huge position. So I could leave it for a long-term swing trade. For some of the stocks that I'm looking at today, we've got DTET over here. Looking for a bit of a pullback. This is quite extended. You can see it had a huge gap up, or a huge increase from $2.55 all the way to $4, but it had a bit of a pullback to $3.60. So I've got that on my watch list. I have OGEN on my watch list, possibly for an entry at around 175, 185. It's under $3, so I'm not sure if I'll be trading it today, but if I do, we'll keep that one on the list, have it a bit of a watch. This one's too extended for me at the moment, TRPX. I'll possibly try and get into this stock at around, I think, let's have a look. I'll probably get in at around $5, maybe $4.90, buy off the previous high here. Bit of a support level, double tweezer nearly. Let's just go back onto Short Trader. You can see all my charts here, you see. And then we've got, this one was for a bit of a short. We've got SFIX, but it gapped down quite significantly, had a bit of an increase, but maybe I could short this at around, keeps doing that, maybe I could short this at around 34.50, we'll see. I don't really mess about with the stocks above £20 or $20, but we could possibly get into that stock at some point. We've got IGC yesterday had a huge increase all the way up to 12.77, had a bit of a pullback, crossed on the EMAs twice, perfect entry, coming up to around, I said I'll probably short this at around this level here, which is around 9.15, so we're going to keep our eye on this one. That is IGC. Obviously it's going to be quite irrelevant if you are watching this on recording, but these are some of the stocks that I'm looking at. We've got NBEV, NBEV, crossed on the EMAs, crossed on the EMAs 1, 2 and 3, perfect entry. Missed this one because it's pre-market, it happened at 7 o'clock this morning, so I couldn't get in. But I'll keep my eye on this one. Maybe it might pull, maybe it might increase to around 890, 880, and then I could possibly short on the crossover on the EMA. But nothing major at the moment, just kind of looking around. I'm going to look at the gap scanner and the trade idea scanners in a second. I'm just going to switch my monitor over to my bottom left. So this is the scanner at the moment. We don't have a great deal. I mean, we've got some gappers on there. which I've already got DTEA, OGEN, I haven't looked at PRSS because it's $1.80. Perhaps if it goes over $3, I'll probably get interested. And then we've got TRPX, which I've already got on one of my scanners, which is this one here. Okay, and the float is quite nice, sitting at around 3.4 million, so quite a low float, which is what we like. Although I am mainly I want to be short biased, so I'm not really going to be going for those gap and goes. I'm just going to be watching, you know, when they cross over and when to get into them to short. But that's basically the gap scan. So if we hide that and we come back onto the main screen, so that's a little bit of pre-market. I'm going to basically cut this video now, and then I'll put it into another video when I start trading. So I'll see you all guys at around 9:30. Alright guys, welcome back. It is 2 o'clock and I am finishing the day down $21.48, which is basically my commissions. So if you can see here, we've got the commissions, which is $27.30, and then my realize is $5.89. Sorry, I haven't got the webcam on. I don't think I have. No, I haven't got the webcam. I've just had a shower, so I'm just in my dressing gown. So I'm trying to keep it real. So I don't really want to go, you know, show off too much. But we are finishing the day. And we are finishing the day humbly. So I'm humble today. Like, the trades I got into were good. There were nothing wrong with my trades. The only thing is, like, say, I lost on the commissions. Today was a bit of a, you know, a bit of a low traded market. There wasn't much going on today, and unfortunately, a lot of the stocks I wanted to short, SureTrader wouldn't allow it. They didn't have any shorts available. So we're going to go through the trades today and just kind of show you what happened. So if we go on to the first trade, obviously my first trade was Facebook, getting out of Facebook, because if you saw my past video, I bought 3 shares last night, kind of by mistake, but I sold out. And I think I sold out for break even. So if we go on to the first trade, which was IGC. Now this is frustrating, but you know, I'm going to keep it real and show you exactly what happened. So IGC, if we zoom in a little bit, my idea was correct. So my plan was correct. If we go on to the 5-minute candle, you can see on here, so I brought here and sold quickly, didn't hold on for long enough, because it was, you know, the market just opened and I wasn't too sure. But this trade here, so I buy in on the trigger candle, so you know, when the stock comes down to the second EMA here, okay, which was my buy-in. Okay, and unfortunately we dipped down. I thought, no, the EMA is pointing down, which is not good, so I sold out for a little loss. So we came all the way down to 9.93. I sold out at around 10.84, as you can see there, and it was only 50 shares, so you know, it's not a lot, $500. So I made probably a small tiny loss on here, but the trade idea was correct. I just got out too late. I mean, I couldn't let it go. You know, we're talking quite a big drop here, so from 10.90 all the way down to, you know, 9.90. So it's a $1 drop. So I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to stay in this because we had broken previous support. I know we hadn't broken previous support, but I just didn't want to risk it. So, but as you can see, it went all the way up to 14.30. So there was a couple times to buy. You could have brought in again here, and you could have brought in again here. But you know, hindsight's always 20/20. So that was my first trade on here. A couple trades, just basically breaking even, probably losing out on the commissions. And then we have our second trade. I'm just going to try and go through these, so let's just go on to the next one. So our next trade, you know, I'm trying to buy off the 6 EMA here. I'm trying to buy off it. We come down. I'm hoping to get like a bit of a retest. Unfortunately, I see it come down. I see the EMA drop. I get out just before we drop from 7.30 all the way down to 6.50. So I got out quite good, quite well there. I mean, I brought in at 7.41 and sold at 7.30. Only 25 shares, so not a huge, not a huge drop on that one. Then my next trade, if we go on to, let's have a look. So this trade here on NEPT, I was shorting the stock here. So you can see here, I shorted at 4.37, only 4 to 6 shares, and I covered around here at 422. So you know, that's kind of a 25-cent drop there, so that's not too bad. Overall I was fairly happy with that trade. We had crossed on the EMAs, that was the indication to buy, or to short should I say. And next couple of trades we've got CLVS. This one basically I shorted because we had crossed on the EMA here, but unfortunately we got a bounce and then we got a cross, so I had to get out. So I shorted at around 31.62 and then I got out at around 32.45. And then my last trade, which I think I made a bit of profit on, was NEON. Okay, and you can see here I shorted at 346 with 55 shares, and then I covered down here at 337. So overall not a bad trade. Like I say, today we are ending on, if I go onto my account, minus $21, but I mean if we exclude the commissions, you know, I am in profit. It's nearly $6, so at least I'm not losing, you know, stupid amounts of money. First day back into trading for about a month, so had a bit of time off, just trying to get back into it, really keeping the size small and just kind of building momentum. So it's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them all in the comment section below, and check out the description link below. I've got all some, you know, I've got my PC settings in there, some book recommendations, some YouTubers that I follow, and also subscribe to the channel. Other than that, guys, I will see you all in the next video.